Okay, so what I have done is I found that I had a more progressed character that was on the same quest chain for the protocols. So I have swapped over to this one because I'm geared and I have all the skills already. And I'm just going to go through the protocols as they are. We're starting here with visiting the neighbors. We have to search any of the abandoned mining outposts. We're actually going to go search all of them and just kind of look around and just get a documentation of everything that's here and how it looked. So we're going to start with Outpost Koran. Out of service. Okay, people, I mean, anybody can make buildings and put signs up, so I'm not sure exactly what they meant by out of service. Maybe this was a public, yeah, see, it's accessible, so they probably had grinders and 3D printers and such out here. Yeah, they've got an old chemical processor over here, and anytime anybody interacts with it, when you make it public, it refreshes the timer on it. So you put stuff in here. They don't really have recipes, but when you put the things in that do make things, it'll actually process it. But we don't have any of those materials on us right now. You'll also notice a new icon at the top. That is actually a cloning chamber. So if I die, I'll respawn at my base, which I typically make my base up here by complex V1S1. It just seems to be the most centralized location that I could find that was easy to get to, because right here in the complex is a lot of carbon fiber and other materials that you're going to need, as well as a lot of high-end enemies that you can farm flops from. And then it's a very short run to the PvP area, which is the only place you can farm deuterium. Which you could do in several different ways. I'll cover that in a different video though. For now, we're just going to look here. You'll see there's another base up over there. There's a tower up here. That's part of the actual map. Like they designed that. So we're going to run in and, well actually we're going to start with the tower. So we're just going to come up here and just kind of take a look around and see how you loot things. And now these windows are interesting because they can be broken. You would melee them like this, and then you can actually vault through them. Now there's an open door right here, so it was kind of pointless, but I just wanted to show that it was possible to do. And then you'll see that these loot containers, if they have a blue light on them, then they are lootable. So you can hold F to open the container, or to loot all. You can just press it to loot all. You can hold it to go down here to open it and see what's in there, and then hit loot all if you want. A couple different ways you could have done it. So we'll go ahead and start looting here. We got some nitrate, a worker's head protector, oxygen. This is one of the screens that gives you copper. I'm going to go ahead and pull out, it looks like it's my cutting torch Mark 1. Pick up that iron, and then I'll go ahead and break this down for the copper. This was a dead end. I don't know if they intended to add elevators or anything. I know they intended to do things like add vehicles, which they never got around to. I'm not sure why. I heard a lot of rumors, but none of it was confirmed, so I'm not really sure what happened. If there was like maybe a fallout between the developers and the publishers, or what, or maybe they just didn't feel that they had generated enough interest in the game. I'm not really sure. But they did never get around to it. But you'll see giant garages because they had added garage door frames and doors because they did intend to add vehicles. So here's the buildings. Now you'll see the little eye. That's some of the intelligence that I have to gather. And there's just enemies peppered throughout the whole place that you can just... I mean, with this gun, it's like a one-shot. And then you just pick up the intelligence fragment, and you have to collect all of them. So you'll see that each one of them have their own story behind it. It says intelligence fragment. Matching fragments can be compiled into a durable intelligence storage. Planet broadcast. This is Governor Arthur Hendricks notifying everyone that there is a code red alert now in place. All human personnel should shelter in place until the alert has passed. What I'm going to actually do is I'm going to go ahead and reread that once I have all of the fragments together before I actually put them together. I'll just read them all, and then that way I'm not splitting it up. It'll all be in one place in the video. These enemies will shoot mines, and you can actually destroy the mines by shooting them. There was a way to animation cancel and reload faster, so you would get part way through, and then you would see that it changed to 8, and then you just start running, and then you can shoot. That would be the animation cancel. Here's another intelligence fragment. So we've got 2 of them. Go ahead and collect that loot. We're just going to collect all the loot that we can, just to make sure that we have enough resources to do whatever else this may ask us to do for the protocols. Ah, that one's on the stairs. There we go. We can actually break down those enemies as well. Okay, and that actually completed the salvage copper requirement for this particular protocol. So we don't have to gather anymore, but we will. That's the first building, though. Well, first and the second building. You can actually see this first building had a way to the second floor as well we didn't actually look at, so I'm going to go back and check it out. And you see you had these 3D printers. Now there's a 3D printer you could put in your base, but these larger ones, somebody's left a storage box here. You can actually pick these up. I'm going to leave this one here. Whoever left it here may intend to come back and use it, but this used to be whenever they first came out with the explosives that you can use to break into a base. This was the only place that you could actually craft the powder and the explosives, and then they ended up changing it. But this was, you had to go to one of these. There were only like 2 or 3 of them on the map. When there is a flops event active, I'll try to catch one before the game shuts down, but this terminal, there's a total of 4 terminals, and the whole area will become a PvP zone. And it'll activate each terminal, and you go and you register yourself. You basically just come up to it and hit the interact key, and it will start racking up flops. But it also announces in the zone who, like, somebody is registered at that terminal. You know, you got A, B, C, and D, And so if there was anybody else here, they would know you're at Terminal A. They're going to come and try to fight you in order to register themselves at the terminal so that they can gather the flops. It was a good idea to kind of encourage PvP but not require it. Okay, now this building is blocked off, but there is, if I remember correctly, a secret way to get inside of it. It might be this one, it might be the one next to it. I could have swore there used to be a window here that you could actually break and vault into. Maybe it wasn't this building. Alright, here's another intelligence fragment. Oh, that enemy wasn't even attacking me for some reason, but there he was. Okay, here's another one of the PvP terminals for the flop events. I'm not sure who designed this level, this map, but I think they did a really good job. This is a schematic authenticator. So what this would do is whenever you're looking in your skill tree, there are certain ones that required an actual authenticator. So like most of the stuff you can just purchase. But things like, say this Mercenary's chest protector, you'll see that kind of puzzle piece outline around it. I think it was more meant to look like a, like an electronic motherboard or something like that, but it would require that you take the schematic and you come to this authenticator, and then you would drag the schematic over in here, the blueprint, and then you would decrypt it. I'll go ahead and do it here just for funsies. So you hit, it takes 5,120 flops to decrypt it. You would hit decrypt. This one says I already know it, so I'm not going to go ahead and decrypt it, but it would give you a progress bar, and then it would complete. And then if you had any extras and you didn't have any friends that needed any, you could actually sell them. Like that one would give you 320. Well, it looks like it's stuck in there for some reason, but whoever else comes to visit it can learn it if they want. I would scrap it, but I don't need the flops, so I'm just gonna let whoever else gets it, whoever else wants it can have it. So we've got 2 more intelligence fragments here. Another one of the terminals for the flop event, the PvP flop event. Another schematic authenticator. This is the only point of interest that actually had 2 of these. Oh, and then we just finished the step to scavenge leftover supplies. These rocks have always been floating here. They never fixed that. I don't know why. Maybe there was a table here at one point. I'm not sure. The Blue Lobster. They actually, because this was supposed to be, I guess, the in-game bar type area, and whenever they had their Discord, I'm not sure if it'll still be active after they shut the game down, but when they had the Discord, they had a channel called the Blue Lobster that people could chat and post screenshots in and stuff. You'll also see this individualizer. This was a terminal that you could use to actually buy custom paint jobs and stuff. You have the Muertos, and then you would redeem the code. Oh, it looks like you actually needed an unlock code for that particular one. Oh no, I guess you could have gotten a code, but you can just buy it. So you can see I never really bought any of these. I'll go ahead and buy them now. Looks like I don't have quite enough flops for the last one. Maybe I will go break down that that schematic that got stuck in there. Body bags. Looks like some bad things happened here. Okay, now finally, let's go ahead and check out the Blue Lobster, and that will actually get us the last of the intelligence that we need for this particular protocol. But like I said, we are going to go visit the other two areas that it wanted us to look at, Scaffold and Cheviot. You see the Blue Lobster special offer tonight. Heart, heart, heart. They actually have dancers, holographic dancers, and we'll get up there to that momentarily. This is behind the bar. There is the last intelligence fragment. Now it's wanting us to compile it. We are going to finish exploring the Blue Lobster before we do that. You can see some of the clones have just died where they were. Oh yeah, there was kind of like a, wasn't really a secret, but it's kind of a hidden room right here. And sometimes there was loot in here. And then you have another individualizer. Another one of the terminals for the PvP flop event. there's another room, and then the dancer I was talking about is actually behind me now. So they had a second bar. Oh, they used to have a holographic dancer here. Huh. Looks like it's gone. They might have it at the other bar, and if they do, I'm definitely going to be visiting the other bar and posting that up as well. So if it is still available, we'll see it. But there used to be a holographic blue dancer that you would see right here, just dancing the night away. Alright, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and go through some of this, and I'm going to read the intelligence fragments, and then we're going to compile it. So let's see. I'm going to put them in order first. Okay, so governance calling 1. Planet broadcast. This is Governor Arthur Hendricks. Negotiations between Zhao Industries and Bell Mining have successfully been concluded, and I'm happy to say we now have a mutual agreement between the two parties to come together to make Mars a peaceful colony under unified rule. CEOs B.U. Zhao and CEO Richard Bell have signed the Unified Security Agreement that will give all security powers to Unified Security and Mother. Governance calling 2. Planet broadcast. This is Governor Arthur Hendricks. Shuttles for the next cycle will be leaving on Friday. Please be sure that you are only taking with you Unified Security allowed items. All other items will be confiscated. Governance calling 3. Planet broadcast. This is Governor Arthur Hendricks announcing that Mother has come fully online. We are now only steps away from fully automating all systems here on Mars. Thanks go out to everyone that has helped make this great moment possible. Governance calling 4. Planet broadcast. This is Governor Arthur Hendricks warning everyone to beware that inconsistent behavior has been observed in some worker mechs. Please report any irregularities that you observe to Unified Security. Thank you. Governance calling 5. Planet broadcast. This is Governor Arthur Hendricks notifying everyone that there is a code red alert now in place. All human personnel should shelter in place until the alert has passed. So this is the first indication that the AI mechs, the robots, are going rogue and starting to kill people. Let's see. I'm trying to remember how to actually put these things together. I thought it was with the printer. Oh, there's actually a compile button here when you have one of them selected. So we just hit compile.
Greetings, friend. I see you've been busy. You found the messages sent out by our governor. He was a bonehead and had no idea what was really happening behind the scenes. You need to dig deeper. Search every place you find for data. Follow the protocols. Those that have the real information will have left it where they worked, or fell. I believe there was much more happening here than any of us realized, even those of us who thought we knew everything. Find these secrets for us. We are counting on you. Stefan Fall, signing off.
Well, that was the voice acting I was talking about. I just wanted to kind of let it play. I may actually even compile a video once we have all of the voice lines captured and just put them all in one. That's probably what I'll end up doing at some point. But that concludes the protocol as well as Outpost Koran. So there we have it. You see the next one is safe investments. Utilize the resources acquired in the mining outpost to upgrade your base. And that's going to be kind of what we did before, where we upgraded the administration terminal. I'll have to show you how to build up a scrap grinder and a cloning chamber in the next one. And then we'll continue on to Scaffold and Cheviot. So See you in the next one.